Hello classers, what's up? Welcome to a brand new Clash Royale video. Today I just finished this Royal Ghost challenge in which I got this Royal Ghost legendary card. It has been much talking about on YouTube as well as between other Clash Royale players because this is seriously a unique card you can say because of his health and his damage, his sword which will go horizontally so it can finish all the group troops like goblins, goblin gang if it is on his side. So let's go, let's start with few replays. Guys, I didn't play live because I will lose my concentration if I will speak, so that's why I didn't play. So right now I am going to share these replays. So this first win was pretty much easy. This is the 2v2 battle but I lose, that is okay. So that is, and next one was against Adamson giant skeleton. I don't know what I have seen things in this challenge. Almost in every other match they are putting giant skeleton. I don't know what they just want to make use of giant skeleton very much in Clash Royale gaming, or I don't know. But let's go. So here I am going to tell you guys pro tips of how to win, how to get easy 12 wins in this Royal Ghost challenge. So this is the key. This is the match I have lost actually because what happened actually, I started first before full feeling elixir full. So then he took the advantage, he used his waller and then he stacked up all the goblin huts. Because of that I just lost it. That is okay because one loss was not going to affect me at all. So this was again, this I must show you, this was again some Korean or Chinese player, I don't know. So I will just fast forward it. So guys, in this we were having win condition but we couldn't use rocket on the towers. So here's the thing guys, this is first tip actually. Never start early on the game because and always start when you can see your elixir is full. That is all. This is the first tip. You only have to start when your elixir is full. So as you can see here, I know he has lost quite a few elixir. So I went with balloon. I know he will rocket it. So then I was planning to go with mirror balloon. So that was the same thing he did, and because of that, as you can see here, now I was not having rocket in the cycle, but if he put it that balloon, mirror balloon, my tower must have gone, but I don't know what he did. So I was again in the cycle. And second tip guys, again always try to play on your side of arena. As you can see, he went with balloon, I did rocket. Again he went with mirror balloon, I did mirror rocket. That's all for this. And again when you the second tip, sorry, I was like completely forgetting. Second tip is always wait for the right moment, and if you have taken one tower, now it's now your duty is to defend your tower at any cost. That is the key. And if your enemy is not so good, then I think you guys will surely win the battle, because if he will get frustrated or if he will try to rush, because on your side of arena you both have same cards. So this is perfectly based on your skill set. That is all. If you have done one mistake in starting, that's all, that's okay, that's not a problem actually. It happened. So just try to get the advantage of his mistakes. That's it for the, that's the key only. So here you can see we both are on the same elixir level, but as you guys can see, because of my first mistake putting Sparky on the left lane, because I didn't see we have Electro Wizard also. So because of that my tower was on very low health, but it's okay, I just keep patience, I just keep. Here he made a mistake, never put your Sparky on the bridge, because if you are going to put Sparky on the bridge and your opponent has Electro Wizard or something that can jab, that your Sparky is gone. That's why many Clash Royale players used to call Sparky a waste. But it's okay. Here he tried to do the same, but here because of I have taken one tower, I put it my prince to counter his Electro Wizard, so that my Sparky can do the job. So that is the third tip. And guys, when at the starting of the battle, so this is how I won this match, as you can see. So here's the I'm going to tell fourth tip. So this is also a good, because of three musketeer, Mega Knight and Valkyrie. As you guys know, if you will go very aggressive with three musketeer, so then what is going to happen? When your musketeer will reach, two musketeer will reach on the bridge, he will immediately put Mega Knight and your musketeers are dead. So that is the thing I think you also know. And on top of that, if you are putting all the three musketeers on one side, he can use Valkyrie also. So I was never using three musketeer at this moment of time. I was just trying to get damage. So here I again made a mistake many times, because we are not that much familiar with the Royal Ghost. So, and I was trying to put my Dark Goblin on the bridge so that he can't get the arrow damage also. Here you can see he think of putting the arrow, but no. Here I go with Dart Goblin, and again he was like confused or what, I don't know. Again he put arrow here. He could have done damage my tower also, but that's okay. So guys, as you can see, I will just fast forward this, and now when I see I am in a quite a good elixir advantage, so I splitted my musketeer on both sides, and with one musketeer and Royal Ghost, we did pretty much damage on both his tower, as you can see. And here again I used my Mega Knight, and on other side I used Royal Ghost, and that's the tower. So guys, yeah, one more tip. If you have arrow, you have a log, you have poison, whatever you have, here also you can see, try to cycle as quickly as possible, but make sure you are not just wasting your elixir. If he is putting some troop, then only you have to use your log arrow or something. Or for log you can use anytime whenever you want, because log will dash your all the enemy troops away from your tower, as well as it will damage your enemy tower also. So log is very good card. If you have mirror log, so here you can see I just immediately I was poisoning the tower whenever I was getting a chance, because I know this battle we are not going to win like this. So I was quickly cycling if I was getting. So here he put the poison, so that's okay, because that's why I again put the poison, because he here again he did a mistake, he played a defensive poison. Here again he put it some troop, and again he put it 2 mistone, again I poisoned. So I was like quickly poisoning, and I was just waiting for him to do a mistake. Here as you can see, he let pass my Royal Ghost, and that's it. If you are going to ignore Royal Ghost, that is a pretty big mistake. As you guys can see, his damage is 135 per second. That is pretty good damage actually. So here's the same thing again, Goblin Hut. So what happened this time, I was aware, because last battle I have lost because of this Goblin Hut card only, because my enemy has stacked up all the Goblin Hut. So here I went with the same idea what last time my opponent has did. As you know, I am not that pretty good, but somehow I managed to complete all the challenge. So here again, so here you can see he goes very aggressive with Goblin Barrel, and I don't know, but in this challenge I didn't see that thing, that they have given goblin barrel, but they have never given log. That is pretty mysterious actually. So at one moment of time I realized actually कि I'm not going to get a win with this. Here I countered his goblin barrel with my goblin barrel. So that is also the thing you can do. So here I think, okay, let's start, because if I'm not going to cycle my goblin barrel, actually mirror goblin barrel, because mirror goblin barrel is very crucial at this time. As you guys can see, at this moment of time my both tower, my right tower was on very low health at 269 and my left tower is on very low health on at 939, and as you can see I go all in on this side, but because of again he was about to decimate my push because that was not too heavy. But again when I put goblin barrel, as you can see at this moment of time we are very full of elixir. So again I went with my goblin barrel by encountering his goblin barrel, and he made a mistake, because in this sometime you don't get that, what you say, spell cycle. So if you don't have that win condition, you have to force your troops into his arena and you have to wait for his mistake. So sorry guys. So this challenge was quite simple. This was against executor. This was quite simple because of his one mistake. I used my mortar very carefully, and in last I went all in with the Mirror Elite Barbarian and Royal Ghost, and so he has to defend his king tower. So because of that he couldn't take my crown tower. But this replay was awesome. Actually at first I managed to get his one tower with by using Night Witch, Mirror Night Witch and Clone, but I tried to do the same thing again and again, and because of that he make me feel very miserably. So guys, as this replay is quite a crazy replay, as you can see, because we don't have that any win condition. We was just having a bandit, flying machine, mega minion, you know, never going to reach the tower if you will give any distraction to him, because tower will alone so here I went aggressive. Sometimes you have to go aggressive, because some people will their game will not start quickly, or you can say here you can see I again did a mistake by putting Royal Ghost. So that those mistakes you never should done. Royal Ghost will not encounter Royal Ghost until there is no ground troop, because Royal Ghost is invisible. He will only showing up on your tower when he was about to put his first swing of sword. So that's it. That's the call you have to take every time. So here you can see he went very aggressive and my tower was almost dead, 142 health. So now I thought कि without mirror cycling, without goblin barrel cycle, I am not going to win this. That I know pretty much sure. Here I didn't take care of this mega minion, because I know mega minion will not stand against two tower shooting. So here you can say I was going very aggressive with my goblin barrels. Here I was not taking care of minions and mega minions and flying machine. I was just bothered about a bandit and goblin barrel. So here you can see his left tower we have took using goblin barrel, and his right tower also was on very low health. So here I again went with the goblin barrel, as you can see 477, and here I did a mistake. Pretty you can say I was a bit late. I didn't put my bandit at right time, but it's okay. So as you can see here, he bent with aggressive goblin barrel. So I was not able to manage. So here I did a mistake. I put, as you can say, Royal Ghost, and instead of that we have to put our bomber. So that's where I made a mistake. You guys has to take care of that. Royal Ghost, don't encounter Royal Ghost. So this is like extra tip, but you should take care of this. And and you have to earn the last step for winning this challenge. If you know this match is going to be draw, and or you can say your like both are at the same level. As you can see here, I was going here and there, I was going from left, right, everywhere, wherever we are able to find the space. So I went again aggressive with my goblin barrel, and that's where we made our victory, as you can see. So my last tip is, guys, always try. This match was draw, as you can see, because nobody was having anything except log. By doing log also, I get his tower at 113 hit point, but log how much you will cycle, that's okay. So guys, these are the last three replays where I was hoping that I will win every battle. So guys, so what I was telling, last tip of this Royal Ghost challenge, how to win Royal Ghost challenge, pro tips. So last tip is, so here you can see he went very aggressive with. So I've seen in last battles Royal Ghost will swing his sword and will do area damage on one side. So he again went aggressive. So here I make advantage of situation, because I know he has to defend those elite barbarians, and he is quite low on elixir. So I went very aggressive with my elixir pump, and I just put it. So he went again very aggressive, and as you can see, he did quite a good damage on my tower. But now I know he don't have that much elixir, or as you can see, 724 to 219. I know this is in log range, and now my only motive was to defend this tower at any cost, because I can do log cycle on his tower. And on top of that, I again went aggressive with all the rays, all these troops, and you can see this was quite easy. So you can see here at that moment when I put it goblin, he just once in one slice he finished all the goblins. That is pretty much crazy. So here I know I can do log cycle easily, and that was my motto only. So yeah guys, as I was telling, my last tip, as you can see here, he was not able to cycle his log again, and that's where I got this victory. So as my last tip was, guys, my last tip to win this Royal Ghost challenge, 12 wins, to get 12 wins in this Royal Ghost challenge is, guys, always try to find your low elixir cycle. Low elixir cycle means which card, every card you will get rotated after rotation of 5 cards, right? So you have to find which card is costing low elixir, so that you can cycle your main card again and again, and very quickly, you can say, and which can be encounterable very rarely. So here he was doing all the mistake. He was pouring his elixir, he was wasting his elixir. So in starting I was not having that good damage, and I was making mistakes every time. As you can see, in one mistake when he did a rush on my tower, I was quite I managed to get enough damage on his tower. As you guys can see, 436, and my left tower was on 1395, and I know at this point of time, if I will just log cycle also, I am going to get this win. And here, as you can see, that was the win. So guys, I must told you, this last battle was quite awesome, because I know in starting, when I see this deck, I know what my first hand is and what I am going to do. So at this point of time, I did one mistake prematurely while knowing that I am doing that mistake. So as you can see, I know we both have same hand, because in mirror battle you both will have same hand. Then so you have to decide which card you have to go first, and which card, if your opponent is making a very big elixir move, then you should take advantage of that on other lane also. So guys, just see, I know, so I go with hog and I know he has two stone, but nevertheless he didn't put his night witch and all, so that's where he did a mistake somehow. But I was quite low on elixir and I know at this moment of time I have to play very smartly. As you can see, he went aggressive with Mega Knight and Night Witch, and my Royal Ghost placement was not that good, but somehow we managed to defend this. And here's the point, I have did a mistake. My lumberjack has completely finished my completely destroyed my tombstone. So here he went aggressive with hog rider. So guys, here you will see one very good moment of this one vet. I think no, not this time, I think somewhere I have seen, yeah, this one vet. As you can see, this one vet 10, you can see it, level 10 of this vet. So this vet was on the arena for like quite 30 seconds. So guys, so you can see here I went aggressive, everything you can see, but you just notice this bet is still there. This bet is still there. After 20 to 25 seconds, this bet move, and that is the actually that is the pro key. That is that at this moment only I was knowing. I know that this is GG for me because I played very smartly and my bet feels like my bet did all the work, like he was invincible. So here he went aggressive again, and here I don't know why I didn't make a move. I could have used my Mega Knight easily, but it's okay. Every moment of time whenever he was putting his move, he was making me feel like I am going to win this battle, I am going to win this battle. So that was pretty awesome. Here you can see I went with very aggressive push, and now he don't have any counter. So guys, I hope you have liked this video. If you have liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and please press the bell icon. So this was my pro tips to get 9 wins in 12 wins in this Royal Ghost challenge. Bye bye guys.